Welcome to Magazine Art. Hopefully by now you've picked up all of your supply kits at your local libraries. And if not, this should be fairly simple to follow along with supplies you have around your house. So in your supply kits, you should have gotten an 8x10 canvas, a cardstock animal cutout, a bottle of glue, and of course a bag of magazine strips. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out of the bag to get us started, so we have some easy access here. And you can feel free to sort your strips into colors or grab at random like I'm going to be doing. Alternatively, you could choose to use the sides with the letters and words on them if you want a more literary or black and white theme with your animal. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, let me get our canvas out of the way here. We're gonna take our glue and we're gonna just brush some onto a small part of our animal. We don't want to cover the whole animal just yet, so the glue doesn't dry out before we're ready to use it. So next we're just gonna take some magazine strips. Take your first strip and make sure it's covering the very edge of your cutout. Alright. And we're gonna just keep doing that, pulling strips and pasting them down. You want to get them as close as possible to each other. And it's okay if they overlap a little. You just want them close together so you can't see the black background. Press it down and make sure it sticks really good onto your animal. And when you reach the end of your glue that you've done, you're just going to add a little bit more to the next area you're going to be pasting. Like so. And we're just going to repeat this process until the entire animal is covered. You may have some strips that look the same if you want to try and recreate a picture, or choose certain areas of the strip. You know, this bottom side of mine is more yellow. The top side is more darker brown. So I'm going to choose this yellow end because I think that'll look the best for my bear here. And we're just going to keep going like this until we reach the end. make sure you get that glue all along the edges too, and the little parts of your animal. I can see here I missed part of my bear's foot, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. Make sure I get the edges nice and glued so that when I go to finish it, the magazines will be stuck on there pretty well. And I don't think I'm going to use that piece because I've got so many here to choose from, and I've already got quite a bit of purple, I feel like. So I'm going to go with maybe some brown because I'm not having a lot of brown here. So this is just another way you guys can customize your animal. You should have plenty of magazine strips to be able to kind of choose what colors you want and what sort of design you're looking for. When you're gluing them on, make sure your strip is nice and tight when you glue it on so there's not any air bubbles later. And it's okay if you need to glue a little on top of your magazine strips like I've done to kind of give it that extra seal and help your next strip kind of seal the previous one down. We're almost done here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cover the rest of my animal in glue, because at this point we should be okay so that it doesn't dry before we're kneading it to. These last few strips are going to be pretty long, but we just want to make sure we've got the entire animal covered. All right. Now we're going to let this glue dry for a little bit. And if you have some scissors, you can go ahead and grab those or have an adult help you. If you don't have scissors, that's okay too. Another great option to finish off the magazine art is to just fold the pieces over one at a time and make sure you get a nice crisp fold on them and glue them down on the back. And that should work just as well. So for mine, I'm gonna go ahead and use my scissors. I'm gonna cut off some of these extra bits first, just so it's easier to work around the animal when I'm trying to get those closer cuts. So already this feels much more manageable now that the pieces are shorter, and I can start to trim around my animal. just take one final look over our animal here. This is what it should look like when it's all cut or folded over. And it's okay if you didn't get it exactly. I've still got some pieces that were a little too close for me to cut, but when you flip it over, you can still see the animal. And that's really all we're worried about. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrape all these to the side and bring out our canvas. So once you've got your animal looking like you want it, we're gonna flip it over to the back, to the white side, and go ahead and start gluing the back. And this time we are gonna just glue the whole animal at once, because we're gonna be pasting it down as a whole, and so it won't really be easy to try and do this piece by piece. So just get your animal covered using as much glue as you need to. And again, make sure you get around all of the edges, especially, so that your animal cutout will stick to the canvas and not start peeling away. All the little ears and noses, any little part that you think might be easy to miss or easy to peel off. All right, and finishing up here, I'm gonna do one last glance over to make sure there's glue everywhere and there's no spots that I missed. And it looks good, I think. So you can go ahead and put the cap back on your glue. Now we're gonna flip your animal over to the colorful side and figure out where you want it on your canvas. Some of your animals might fit better this way, and some might fit better the long way. So it just depends on which animal you chose. And we're going to just press down. Make sure every part of it is pressed down. All of the edges are firmly glued on. And there you have it. Now you can display your magazine animal anywhere you want.